G'day all, Astro from the Osmonauts. Just on another tip about VoiceAttack. This time we're going to be using VoiceAttack in conjunction with Google Docs and sending a voice recognition to text to our Beam chat. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go to voiceattack.com, and I recommend you go and get a registration key for this. Otherwise it's limited you to only 20 commands, which is pretty useless. So it's only 10 bucks, well, US anyway. So I recommend you do that. So the next thing you want to do is you need to open up your Google Docs in Google Chrome. This will only work in Google Chrome. So you can minimize your window there to make it whatever size you want. It's just enough. You're only going to be using one line anyway. So if you want to make it smaller, you can make it smaller. So we go to Tools and Voice Typing. You notice here that says the shortcut is Control Shift and S. This is one of the controls we're going to be using in VoiceAttack to enable this. Okay, so one of the first commands we add into VoiceAttack is exactly that command there. So what we've got here is, when I say start, it will go through and do this left control, left shift and S. It will then do control A, select all, and then the back key, just to make sure we clear our previous recorded conversation. It will then pause for 4 seconds, so that gives us 4 seconds to record what we're doing in here, which is most of the time it's long enough for a chat anyway. Once it's finished that, it then stops it, and then VoiceAttack then says stopped. This is a simple command in VoiceAttack where you can use text to speech. In here you can type in whatever you like. I've just got stopped. You can listen to the preview for that.
Stopped.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to test this function. Start. Hello, this is Astro. Welcome to the Osmonauts.
Stopped.
Okay, so we can see here that it's clearly picked up everything I've said word for word. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to be able to transfer this into our Beam chat. Now, what I've done here is I'm using Google Chrome for the Google Docs because we have to. I'm using Opera, but you can use whatever one you want, and I'm using 2 separate browsers, so that way it's not going to cause any problems. I did have problems when I first started using the same one. So use your pop out for Beam, so you've got a separate chat there. Now the next thing you need to do is, if you want anything sent to the Beam chat, you have to make sure you click in the chat. Right? Then you can click off it, and that will make sure that it's highlighted that when it goes through there. So the next thing we want to do is we want to transmit from here to there. Send.
Done.
Okay, so you can see that seamlessly then transferred from Google Docs into the Beam chat. You can probably see I've been doing a bit of testing through there as well. And this is one that I've done the other day, and this was actually whilst I was streaming, and it picked up the text without a problem. Okay, so what we're going to do now is just go through a couple of those commands that are in VoiceAttack. So the send command is, when I say send, key press left control A, so select all, copy it, and then execute the secondary command copy. We do this is because we need to separate one program from another program. So currently this command for select all and copy is being sent to Google Docs. We can't, well, I don't know how to nest multiple programs from the same one, so it's easier to nest a secondary command into that command. So once it does that, it then runs the next command. So that's a simple one in VoiceAttack. Execute another command, and then basically just select the command you want to do. I usually say wait until this command completes before continuing, just to make sure it's finished. I'll leave that up on the screen for a few seconds, just in case you need to copy them. Okay, so under the copy command is basically exactly the same as the previous one. The only difference is the output program is to our Beam Interactive Streaming, which is our pop-out. Again, we need to select the right one. This is another reason why I use a different browser, because I can clearly see this one's Google Chrome and this one's Opera. This one says Beam Interactive Live Streaming, that one says Astro VAP to Beam Test. Just makes it easy for myself so I don't forget. Okay. So what this one does is it will send a left control V, so paste, and then release the control key, and then press the enter key, which then transmits the chat. You've got a couple ways of doing this. One is to do a key press one at a time, which basically you do a key press, hold down the left control, do another key press, hold down V, do a key press, let go that, and then another key press and press the enter. Or you can just use the recorder function. The recorder function works in basically just picking up a series of macros that you're going to do. So for example, so that's just recorded a string of commands, including the delays that you normally have when you do a keyboard entry. But we won't record that, or we won't save that one. Okay, so that's basically it. As far as sending stuff from Google Docs to your Beam chat. The next one I'll do will be doing some OBS integration with VoiceAttack, and that will be doing scene transitions, muting your audio, and yeah, that works quite well.